We did it. We made it to the end of all the different fate paths. Hey, who let you out of the basement? Get back in there. That's right, we finally made it to Fate's Day Night, Heaven's Feel, Spring Song. But, as usual, it's up to me to change the name of this anime to something a bit more realistic. The day I became a yandere, my senpai is a porcupine. And finally, how not to summon an 8th servant. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm running out of ideas for this series. If you think that Rin hit that Yamcha pose even better than Yamcha, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Discord. Let me give you a satire synopsis of this anime, which is filled with spoilers. Be sure to check out my previous video for context. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, and you know it's gonna be a great movie when it starts off with a dead Shinji. Sakura, now evil, goes to take Ilya because she needs her for the Grail. But Rin isn't going to stand for this. Let's go Rin! Oh, looks like we're gonna have a Rin folded counter instead this time. But don't worry, Shirou is here now. He can stop her. As long as he doesn't run to another girl in front of a jealous woman, he should be fine. Congratulations, her transformation into yandere is now complete because of you. Wait, Ryder's here. Finally, somebody that can use Takano Jutsu on her. Oh, I forgot about Darth Vader. So, Ilya volunteers as tribute as long as Sakura leaves them alone. But Kirei isn't gonna stand for this and gets in the whip and says, Shirou, let's go get Ilya back. And Sakura won't see this coming because...
You agreed to stay away! I lied.
While Archer may have been the MVP of last anime, this time it's without a doubt Kirei. So let's show the man what he won! A new heart! Sorry for your loss. What other human is folding both a servant and a master in the anime? The answer is none of them. Poor assassin, he may have had a chance if he watched Fate Zero before the fight. Now that other humans are fighting heroic spirits, Shirou says,
My turn, assholes!
So Shirou's gonna fight Berserker with his hacks. I mean, Archer's arm. But he doesn't have to worry about anything because he has his theme song playing. And we finally get a line from Berserker.
Puny human.
Now that's character development. Oh, and then Sakura gives Kirei a time limit to live. Now Ilya begins to explain the Holy Grail War. Wait, isn't this something you should have explained in part 1 or something? Oh, also there's an 8th servant class known as Avenger. He actually was a previous servant in the 3rd Holy Grail War. You following all this? What the f is he talking about? Shirou goes back in time to commit the greatest crime in the eyes of a college professor. Plagiarism. Rin gets her family jewel. Wait, isn't that? You could say that it has stuck in the family for a while. Sakura has an emotional breakdown, then proceeds to kill Assassin and old Grandpappy. Now it's time for the final battle, and Saber allows Rin to go ahead while Ryder and Shirou fights Violent Evergarden. Now we get one of the greatest fights in all of anime, and even Shirou lends a hand. Oh my god, she's actually a Rider class. It only took 2 other routes and 2 movies to figure this out. Rin, I guess the Rider class is really made up of Riders. Who knew? Shirou has had enough of being folded in the last 2 movies, so he decides he's gonna unalive as many heroes as he can. 2 points for Shirou. Sakura has an emotional breakdown, and let's see what Rin has to say. Time for Rin versus Sakura, and Rin's about to finish it. Oh, she didn't kill her, she hugged her. Okay. The joke's over now. Stab her, Rin. Rin? Oh, come on, not the counter. Shirou appears and Sakura has another emotional breakdown. Shirou creates Caster's Blade, which separates servants from masters. If this man copies anything else, this video is gonna get a copyright strike. So, he frees Sakura from the blob of eyeballs. Hey.
We'll close it.
He gives the key to Ryder to give to Sakura again. Now it's time for the final battle with Kirei, and he's back? Wait, no, there he goes again. Oh, and Shino died for the 3rd time this anime. Time to close the magic gates, and Ilya takes Shirou's place because he's not ready to die. Then Shirou dies. Plus, we can just throw Shirou's soul into that doll over there that was made off-screen by an off-screen character because of 3rd magic. Are you following all this?
I don't understand a word you just said.
Wow, what a great ending to the series, and I'm sure that this will be the last time that I ever see these characters again. Hey, what's the screen for? What do you mean to be continued? Now, let's talk about the characters in this anime, starting off with the human porcupine, Shirou. Shirou finally got his redemption for all the other fates. He will no longer be the character who always gets folded. The only person who can fold him now is himself. Shirou did his normal Shirou thing, trying to find self-worth and saving others, but the most defining moment is in the end when he says that he doesn't want to die, finally changing into someone who values his own life, and this is why Shirou has the best character arc out of all these characters. I think he finally deserves his place in S tier. That's better. Sakura comes back, and she was definitely a character in this anime. As mentioned in the last movie, she has a really bad past, but in the words of Rin,
今は痛くないんでしょあなた。
I honestly just kind of stopped caring about this character in this movie. I don't know, she just wasn't as interesting in this movie for me. She had more emotional breakdowns in this anime, while completely warranted, got a little annoying. Although, the end of the movie really brought her character to a good finale, with her now deciding to choose her own future. Another breakdown tier. Ryder, the servant who has been folded in every single path, but this time she's finally done justice. Not to mention that she pulls a Gilgamesh and lives on even after the Holy Grail War. I'm not gonna lie, I was losing all hope that her being in the Ryder class would actually make sense. So I am glad that her Ryder side really showed, and not with Shirou this time. Best girl tier. Kirei, the MVP of the anime, who, sure, may have been a borderline psychopath, but you know, he's a priest or whatever, so who cares? He also gave one of those villain speeches that got me thinking, hold up, he might be right. Can you kill the child of a murderer if you don't know what it will do? No, but you can if that child is the Holy Grail. Sexy priest tier. Rin, who would have won extra points in my book if she used the famous Tohsaka killing blade to, well, kill a Tohsaka. But she made the morally acceptable option. What a tsundere. Stab Sakura tier. Ilya, and she's just kind of dragged along for the ride in this movie, until the end. Sure, she didn't exactly have the happiest ending, but I am glad to see her reunited with Illyasviel. Another Ilya bites the dust. What about Saber? What about Saber? Time for final thoughts and rating the anime. Every single one of these movies has some of the best animation and best soundtracks in all of anime. What really makes this movie stand out when compared to the other fate paths is the personal sacrifice that all these characters make. Rin never gives up on protecting her sister, even after everything that she did. Shirou was willing to sacrifice himself in order to protect Sakura, but also sacrificed becoming a hero of justice. I mean, even Ilya sacrifices herself to destroy the Greater Grail, which is the very thing that she lived for. However, this movie is extremely confusing due to all the lore. I had to look up many different parts of this movie, and I think that's actually pretty smart. This movie makes you want to look more into the Fate universe, and maybe even play Fate Go. No. I'm not falling down that rabbit hole. While my anime list gave this movie a score of 8.7 out of 10, I will be giving a score of 9.1 Shirou's out of 10. Also, these videos will be shorter than normal because it's finals week for me. Hello, Outro Lunar here. Click here if you want to see my channel. Click over here if you want to see my most recent video. Click over here if you want to see the recommended video. Alright, bye.